Good morning. Welcome to this lovely Saturday, last Saturday of August, and we are into football season. I came loud and proud with my Ohio State gear. I got the red lights rocking because I just knew there was going to be somebody from Texas that was going to be on here talking that schmack. And I did in the back of my mind, I was like, it's probably going to be Christian White. And there he is, Christian White, talking that trash. Um, who knows what's going to happen? It is the first game of the year. And neither team comes out playing teams of this caliber. So, it's gonna be a good game. It's crazy that you're trash talking the last year's national champions, but I wish for you to play your best game, and then we want to beat you. So I want you to feel like you did everything you could possible, and then it just was not good enough. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Um, Today we are here to talk about the new homes that are hitting the Foothills market just west of the greater Denver metro area. That's what we're here to do on this live stream. Maybe a little bit of trash talking as well. But we go from the least expensive to the most expensive, covering all the areas that you love just west of the greater Denver metro area. This week we have 29 on the list today, and that's not that big of a list going into the fall here, especially Labor Day weekend's always kind of a toss up. So I imagine we're just going to get another nice little pump of homes hitting the market next week, but it will be slowing down as we go into the colder months here. But let's get on into it as we get going here. Do me a favor, like Christian White did. Let me know who's on here today. Where are you watching from? And let me know if you're rooting for Texas or my Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's get rocking with 109. Ow, Wolf Road. This is a lovely one bedroom, point 0.5 bathroom. It means it has a pooper and it has a sink. And 320 square feet. It is a nice little unique cabin with a ton of potential, says the agent, David Peter Smith. He would say that though, right? Lot size 7,841 square feet. Let's take a gander together. Back in Harris Park, the back end of Bailey back there. Looks like a Harris Park property. Ain't much to it. Okay. There you have it. Bottom of the list. It don't get no cheaper, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you buy this, I might even be able to get you the singing mariachi guy. Or if you want the pink monkey with the Santa hat on, we might be able to get that done. The wolf picture, there's no way you're getting that. Coming at the bottom of the list, there you have it. David Peter Smith with Choice Property Brokers is the listing agent. Asking price is $105,000. Did that have a working? Is it? Oh, so there's no sink. Well, what is it saying about? It's got a toilet. I don't see a toilet. Oh, it's got a. It's got That's an incinerator toilet, I think, where they burn your poop. Let's see if it says. There's no running water or septic, but there is an electric incinerator toilet and holding tank. There you go. So it's probably cash only. But if you want a nice little commode in the woods, there you go. Yeah, no snake foot tub there. All right, 83 Anderson Road. This is a lovely one bedroom, one bathroom, 582 square. Now this is cute. It's 200,000, 66% more than the last one, but it looks like it's got running water. It looks like it's I like it. I like it so far. Sitting on 0.76 acres back in Bailey, probably Harris Park area again. Oh, it is right back in there. Harris Park again. That's where we typically start out, the lowest priced mountain homes within an hour of the foothills. Typically Harris Park, but look at all those beautiful aspen trees around you and a big old shed. I like it. Well maintained. This one's very cutesy, very demure. It looks like it's got running water. I like this one. I dig it. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Roof looks newer too. Big thumbs up for 83 Anderson Road back there. Being brought to you by Corey Martin with Keller Williams DTC. Asking price $315,000. Well, I'm getting a Zillow call here.
This is a tour request.
That's how
if
I
you don't see the tour details on your screen, please tap the PA app icon to proceed.
I get Zillow
With
inquiries.
this type of lead, the buyer isn't waiting on a line.
I cannot make that. That is during.
If you commit to this tour, it will be automatically requested and shown.
It was during the Buckeye game. We're not going to be doing that. This is 33625 Nadim Drive over in Golden, Coal Creek Canyon area. You get a lovely 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 1,215 square footer. Hey, Christian, I think you guys have what Archie Manning is your quarterback. What year is he? Is he a sophomore? Is he a junior now? So we're back up Clear Creek Canyon, back off of Twin Spruce Road. So you are kind of in the middle of it on Gap Road. The gap is because it's the gap between Coal Creek Canyon and Golden Gate Canyon. Well, not really. I mean, it kind of connects to 119, but it's in the middle there. So you could you commute down to North Arvada, Denver? You could. It's getting a little bit far up here. But if you work remotely, or if you just want a little spot to jump into, I don't know what's going on with that garage door. Nice metal roof. Nice little mountain view. A little bit of a fixer-upper here. No, either do I, Christian. Like, I root for the organization, but every year I start watching again. I have to remember who our players are. We get a bunch of new ones. Okay. Could use some love. It looks like, I don't know if this wood burner doesn't look like it's hooked up. Actually, that looks electric. I could see a cord there. So you got that electric one. You got this this one might be gas. You got some boob lights. Hold on, I'm babysitting a dog and he wants to go outside. Let Strider out real quick. Oh, bud. All right. Needs some love. Could you love this property? I probably couldn't. A little bit too much for me. Oh, but if you like outlets, holy crap. Must have been the office right here. Cool. There you have it. Needs some work. A nice metal roof. That's a plus. There you go. Being brought to you by Cody Walker of EXP Realty. Asking price $385,000. Man, we only have Two peeps on. We got Christian on. Who else do we have on here? I know it's Labor Day weekend. I was wondering how this was going to go this week. I'm here. I appreciate you guys being here. 27403 Schuyler Gulch Road. This is over in Pine. 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,234 square feet, sitting on 0.41 acres. This looks like the canyon of Pine. No, not quite. So you're back Elk Creek, not too far. I mean, it's a long, windy road actually. Get back to you're probably 15 minutes to get back to 285 there, but then you're right by Pine Junction. It looks rustic. It looks like this is the original homestead, and then they popped the top, put some solar on this B. Rustic. I'm gonna guess 1924, which is crazy to think the type of people that lived back in this area in 1924. It was rough. You got a horse trough for your tub there. What is it? Wait, you got is this a 2 bedroom? 2 bathroom? Okay. All right. On the side of the hill there. There you have it. A fun old funky stovetop there. Cool. You're back in there. There you have it. Being brought to you by Lisa Keener of Coldwell Banker Realty, asking price 405,000. Going over to Rocky Mountain Village Estates. This is right off of Evergreen Parkway. That's where you will find 31719 Rocky Village Drive, Unit 208. It is a 55 plus community. So if you want that easy mountain living in a senior community, here you have. This one looks like it's been updated, staged nicely. And you have a little bit of like commons area. Some of these have in-unit washer dryer. Nice big closet. Nice office or second bedroom. Washer dryer in unit, and you're on the third floor. You get to look down on everything. That is great. There's a little common area. So it's a nice little spot. Cool. Where you get shredded. Cool. There you have it. Being brought to you by Jennifer Story of Fathom Realty. Asking price 495,000. 21281 Pleasant Park Road in Conifer. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,598 square footer. Pleasant Park is not too far. And this one looks like it's a little bit further, probably about 12 to 15 minutes to get back out to 285. And then you're a few minutes from Aspen Park there. Nice big 2-car extendo garage there. Okay, need some new flooring. I love it. I see the text coming through. People talking shit already about the Ohio State Texas game. What a crazy! It's gonna be a crazy game. Ryan says, I look forward to the day I can drink beer and play bingo without a care in the world. There you go. And you just have good morning, Ryan. Good to have you on. Yeah, all you got to worry about is your dauber running out of ink. All right, so they probably had carpeting down in here and they decided just to tear it up. Cool. We have an asking price by Nicholas Connolly is 500,000 even. 1746 Lump Gulch Road already did a 15K price drop in the first week. This is a two-bedroom, one bath, 702 square footer built in 1982, sitting on 0.61 acres. Back in Blackhawk, where are we? Lump Gulch. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a dirt road to get back in here, but as soon as you get back to 119, you're right in the middle between Blackhawk and Netherland. You're probably going up the Netherland for most of your shopping there. Cool. Nice. Snowline Lake, private members only. You got some iPhone photos here. Something blurry. That's not your eyes going bad. Those are blurry photos. An angle. All right, there you have it. Almost a half acre all to yourself there. Being brought to you by Heather Gray of Netherland Property Access. Asking price is 510,000. 145 Bailey Drive is over in Bailey. Bailey Drive in Bailey. Open house today. No, no, no. Open house in 2 weeks. That's the most forward-thinking open house I've ever seen. Uh, Sitting on 1.09 acres. A little bit off of 285 there, but before you come down Crow Hill. So you right before you hit Bailey, which means you go back from a little bit of shopping to Pine Junction or go back to Aspen Park there. What did I say it was? Four bedroom, two bathroom, 1,734 square feet. Nice. I like the tongue and groove ceiling. Looks light and bright. Cool. Nice workshop. All right. There's your spread. There's your dear neighbor. Cool. All right. Ain't much to it, but it looks clean, fairly well maintained. Asking price by Brenda Yavinro of Keller Williams is 510,000. I don't know if you guys noticed that I have a different glow to me this week too. I did have a Instagram reel that got 126,000 views. So I'm kind of walking around with a little bit of air of viral viral notoriety. Next up is 15751 South Elk Creek Road. And if you guys want to follow along on my Instagram, I do a whole bunch of like fun things to do in Colorado, updates on developments, fun stories, historical characters from Colorado. So if you haven't yet, go over and follow me on Instagram. Nice metal roof on Elk Creek Road here. Where are we? Cool. So, not far from that last property that we had, but you are pretty far back there on Elk Creek. So it's a long, slow, windy road, 15 to 20 minutes to get back out to 285. Another rustic charmer. Looks the other one looks light and bright. This one looks dark and moody. So you can see this was the original exterior wall. This looks like an addition here. Ooh, these iPhone photos at the bottom of the list are killing me. Looks like a nice little outhouse, and you do have water. You're right on the water. It's going to be chilly willy back there in the winter. Built in 1917. Being brought to you by Teresa Pensick of Agency Colorado. Asking price 550,000. 5150 South Parmalee Gulch. Look at a nice metal roof. This is a two-bedroom, one bathroom, 911 square footer, sitting on 0.86 acres. We are just off of 285. So this is a property that you could live in and commute downtown regularly because you're not far at all from getting down to Littleton area here, right by 470. Boom. There you have it. Cool. Looks clean. Nice big window. Decent sized kitchen. Nice. Rolls right out to the deck there. Cute office. All right. Okay. I like it. I like it for the area and the price. Cool. There you have it. 5150 South Parmalee Gulch Road. Open house today, 12 to 2. After Ohio State wins, you can go over here, check this out IRL, or you can hit me up. I got you back. Jim Trainer with Kentwood Commercial is the listing agent. 560,000. 119 Quakey Way. Open house today, 11 to 1, or I'm sorry, 1 to 3 over in Bailey. This is a three-bedroom, two-bathroom, 1,944 square footer, sitting on 0.86 acres. This looks like it's behind Crossroads over there. Nope, this is Berlin Ranchettes neighborhood. So just past the Loaf and Jug on the left, heading south, you'll find this bad boy here. Yeah, that last one you could have filmed a horror. Murdery is a way to describe some of these homes and basements. Look like they've done some reinforcement to the deck here, which is always nice. Looks like a nice solid home. Yeah, looks good. Looks solid. Berlin and Ranchettes areas, you get a lot of equestrian properties out here too. Nice little neighborhood. Nice wood floors. They look like they can be updated, but those oak hardwood floors there, those are easy to freshen up. Carpet looks newer. I like it. Looks good. Washer dryer in the bedroom there. Three-quarter bathroom in the primary. Boob lights. Double boobs. Double boob lights. Michael Bublé. Boob lights all through the house. Nice two car 2-car extendo garage. That's deep. Lots of storage for toys, boys or ladies. Asking price is $599,900. Being brought to you by Christy Whitehead of Keller Williams Preferred Realty. Their tagline is "Believe, Belong, Become." I don't know about that one. A little grandiose for a real estate company. 131 Hitch Rack Road over in Bailey. A lot of Bailey popping off at the end, bottom of the list here. As you can see, lower prices, more economical pricing is going to be as you get a little bit further out from the front range there. This is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2.5 bathrooms, 2,132 square feet, and it's sitting on 3.96 acres. Nice. So this is up Deer Creek Road, back where all the names are really cool, like Vigilante, Gunsmoke, Hangsman, Bounty Hunter. And you are about probably 12 minutes up the road from the Loaf and Jug and the access to 285 there. Our photos, are they all going to be small? Yep. That's how they were formatted. You know what? Sometimes people at the bottom of the list, they're like, hey, I want to get every dollar counts and I want to get an agent that's going to do the job. And this person is doing the job. I wouldn't say it's the highest level photography and editing here, but there you have it. Being brought to you by Carrie Hill of Rocky Mountain Real Estate Inc. Asking price 610,000. You get some acreage over there. I gotta let the dog out real quick. What do you guys have going on for the holiday here? Anything exciting going on for your Labor Day weekend? I'm going to the Loaf and Jug because I mentioned the Loaf and Jug. I mean, it's a big pit stop. I don't think they have the merch. Where you want to go for the merch would be you want to go um a little bit. You'll have a little bit of merch down in Bailey, but if you want some merch, there's a cute little store right over here by I'm gonna show you. Oh, I went too far. Right here, you get a little souvenir shop right over here. I forget what it's called. Bean and Bakery. The Bean and Bakery will have a little bit. So don't riot at the Loaf and Jug. All right, next up is 5424 Cheyenne Road. Open house today, 1 to 3, right after Ohio State beats Texas. Texas. Uh, Open house 1 to 3, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,600 square feet, sitting on 0.64 acres, built in 1925. With the solar, with the metal roof. Location is another easy access up Parmley Gulch here. Nice, easy up, easy in, easy out, right off 285. Great location. Cool. Oh, that's cute. I like the tongue and groove. Nicely staged. Bucky's needs to go. So big conversation is Bucky's going in around Palmer Lake down as you go closer to like Larkspur as you're heading towards Colorado Springs. They're trying to put a Bucky's in down there, and I'm there for it. But I mean, there's nothing really on the way, and it's I-25. But the residents, as they do, they're not having it. But I'd love to have another Bucky's. There's one way up north on I-25, and I hardly ever go up that way. The cleanest bathrooms, the best brisket sandwiches, Like I love taking somebody to Bucky's for the first time because you're like sometimes it's out of the way. You're like, yo, we gotta stop by this gas station. They're like, what? Why? And then you take them through and they're like, what the hell was that? That was amazing. I'm like, I know. Bucky's is ridiculous. Cool, but this one is Cheyenne Road's looking good, looking clean, easy access. I got a couple people in mind I'm gonna send this one to. Lauren Jensen with Mile High Modern is listing this. They say they have the coolest homes in town. Asking price 650. I need a tagline for my thing. I think we are. I mean, mine was just like helping you find your somewhere in Colorado, but I want to have something that's aligning because there is no team that I am aware of that covers such a large geographical territory as my team. And so I want to have a tagline that represents that. 11718 Sydney Road East, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2,132 square feet. Open house today, 11 to 1. Built in 1979, sitting on 1.79 acres. Am I giving you guys all the information that you typically want in these houses? I go bedroom, bath, square footage, acreage, location. You guys, elevation is a little bit too hard because I got to flip back and forth and plug it in every time. But is there age of house? Do you guys care about the age of house? Is there anything else that I'm not mentioning when I go through these that you would like me to add for each home? Nice big open kitchen, flows to the deck there. So this is up back in there. So it doesn't look too far from Cold Creek Canyon. One, Cold Creek Canyon, you get a ways to get back down the hill, but this one is even in that neighborhood. It's pretty far back in there as well. So again, one of those properties, great second home, great if you're working from home, um, homeschooling, and just like you don't need to leave your property much. Cool. Nice. It's clean. Nice. Looking good. I feel like I've seen this one on our list before. Anyways, being brought to you by Amanda Dowell of Modern Design Realty Group LLC. Asking price 675,000. 233 Deer Circle. Whoa, look at this garage. Whoa. Hell yeah. Got a wood burner in there. You get two cars just floating in there. This is huge. Huge, as Donald Trump would say. 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,792 square feet, sitting on 1.5 acres, built in 1985. Open house today, 1 to 3. Next question is, where are we? We are right off of Golden Gate Canyon, living that canyon life. So you're not too far from Blackhawk, kind of by Dory Lakes over here. So yeah, you go down Golden Gate Canyon, get back out to Golden area, or you can swoop down to Black Hawk here and skirt on Central City Parkway to get out to I-70 if you want to go hit the slopes. So not a bad spot. You're not too far in there. It'll feel quiet. Oh, you got a this is the whole garage? That is crazy. Holy shit. Look at that. This is like just a precursor. This is like the little brother, and then you got his big brother back there in case you talk shit on that first garage. It just keeps going. Um, Good question. So you should have pretty dark skies back in here. Once you get to Blackhawk and Bailey, you should, but you'll have a little bit of the glow of the city off the side. So yeah, I mean, you'll definitely see stars, but I've seen more stars. Garages on the garages, decks on decks. One of my favorite things is when not so much of this video. I actually don't get too many people that say they watch this video that buy with me. They all watch the other channel somewhere in Colorado. But they just use sayings that I say, and that's what I love about YouTube clients is because you guys, I feel like you guys already know more than other people, and I don't have to do as much explaining. Uh, Elise Waldron with Coldwell Banker Realty is the listing agent, 695,000. And I do have a video coming up on Monday that is top 5 like affordable small mountain towns. So if you're interested in these areas, I talk about right um Manitou Springs, Idaho Springs, Univista's on there. Um One that begins with a P. Why can't I remember it? I keep thinking of Palmer Lake, but that's not it. Um and Leadville's on there. One begins with a P. It's got the hot springs there. It's with a P. I can't. I'll think of it later. But all right, we're going on to 190 Circle Drive. Anyways, that video is coming out on Monday. Towns 2,500 to 5,000 people. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,744 square feet, sitting on 1.03 acres. Built in 1972 over in Evergreen, first Evergreen property of the week. Nice high definition roof there. Okay. So we are up in, yeah, we are like kind of like Echo Hills area almost. Um Quiet. You'll get, I mean, stars back in here would be good too. Very quiet back in here. 103 is you're probably about 12 minutes to get back to Bergen Park area of Evergreen, so not too far. You might be Clear Creek County over here too. Let me check. Hmm. Yeah, Clear Creek County. There you go. So, which means you have slightly better taxes than Jefferson County. Thank you, Ryan. 8,493 feet. Yep. And that is Pagosa Springs. Thank you, Kevin. Hell yeah. Good to see you, Kevin. Kevin and your dear wife's name. I got Christian, Alley, Kevin, and Kevin. Oh my gosh. Why do I, her name is, sorry. Sorry, Kevin, second half. I'm usually pretty good at this once I like see the names a couple times and talk to you guys. Here we go. 190 Circle Drive. Teresa. There you go. Sorry, Teresa. Good to have you guys on. Good morning. Do you guys typically watch? I was talking to my girlfriend, in-house interior designer Brooke Arciniega. I was talking to her. I said, My analytics say that a lot of people watch this on TV. You guys watch on your iPads, you guys watch on TV. I feel like this is more of a iPad or a TV live stream, and because on your phone, I feel like this would be hard to watch. Okay. Okay, that's kind of a crappy bed spot right there, right by the closet. TV situation. Yeah, Ryan says TV situation and then chat on the phone. There you go. Well, cool. Well, I like this little community that we have here, guys. Yeah, I got that Pro Max too. I got the big one. You have the one that has like the little side piece missing, so you could tap it and talk to ChatGPT. Everyone thinks my phone is broken when they see that. I'm like, no, baby, that's that new hotness. Cool, and you got some good views up here. There you have it. That's 190 Circle Drive, being brought to you by Jason Reed of Dakota Property Management LLC. Asking price 717,000. 77 or I'm sorry, 23705 Blue Stem Drive over in Golden Villages of Genesee. Okay, so the villages are kind of like the front part of Genesee here. Um that button is for one, you could double click it and it'll pull up your camera, or if you hold it, you could talk to ChatGPT. That's what that button's for. 23705 Blue Stem Drive over in the Villages. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 1,154 square feet. Built in 1980, sitting on a 2,614 square foot lot. So if you want the easiest access back down to the Front Range while being in the foothills, this is absolutely it. You're once you hit I-25 or I-70 here, you're 5 minutes to get back down the hill to Golden in there. You will have a little bit of traffic noise, the hum of traffic there. Nice, solid roof. Cool. Looks good. Kitchen looks updated. Is that a double oven or is that the largest freaking microwave? It was a very large microwave. That's what we got going on there. This is not a front door that speaks to me. Cool. Looks clean though. Looks like the floor plan. You got to get in there to feel it out. Cool. Being brought to you by Ryan Sanchez of 8Z. That brokerage is called 8Z because all of our zip codes are begin with an 8. Kind of a clever name. Asking price 775,000. 2025 20254 Goins Goins Drive. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,724 square footer. Now we're getting into some views here. 2.42 acre lot, built in 1991 over in Morrison. We don't get Morrison often here. Okay, so Hilldale Pines area. So nice little, this is a, it's kind of a community tucked back in here. You will have the twinkle of the city lights as for a lot of your view, but this one looks like it have south and twinkle of city lights, which is cool. I put a client over in there and they really like that spot. See, so that's yeah, so it'll be all dark here, and then you'll have the twinkle of the city. Maybe they give us a night shot in here. Cool. I love how it's like luring you out to that deck. Yeah, that's sweet. That's it. 9 pictures. All right. Not much to see here, I guess. Being brought to you by Kevin Root of Keller Williams Integrity. Open house today. from 10 to 1, which you should not go to because you should be watching the Ohio State game. But they are asking 775,000. Oh, this one look at that spread over in Shadow Mountain. That's a good spread. Hell yeah. I like this one. 10405 Shadow Brook Drive. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,941 square feet. Sitting on 1.74 acres. Nice usable acreage here. Big detached garage. Nice outdoor sitting area. This one looks that's the nicest grass for the mountains. Are they irrigating that? That's a great porch. That has to be irrigated. I mean, we have had so much rain the past couple weeks, but that's this is really nice. I really dig this. You walk around your house naked. Nobody's gonna see you except the deer and elk. And then Shadow Mountain neighborhood. So this one's really close to Aspen Park too. So really easy. Some of these ones that are like back in here, it's like 10 minutes to 10, 15 minutes to get back out to 85. So this one's gonna go. I have a feeling. It's cute enough, flat usable enough, easy access enough. This one's gonna go. But I'm interested to learn about their well. So well situation out here is predominantly wells. Anything after, yeah, yeah, Kevin, waterfront. There you go. Um, is the creek going by this one? Um, with wells, so predominantly wells that are for homes that are after 1970. That's when they started permitting wells. So a lot of them are going to be household use only, unless the the owner of the property, when they went to get their well permitted and it had already been established before they made the rules and started classifying them as household use only or livestock and agriculture, those people were able to get their permit grandfathered in to be for outdoor use. So just something you can't tell from a listing or anything like that. That's just something we pull up when we're looking at the permit. But this one, for some reason, it's telling me like they have it's just so green. Nice butt. Cool little nook office. Got some Grateful Dead fans here. I like the moody entertaining room here. I like it. Can you explain to me what you mean by shade problem? This one's sweet. That is you do have a wood shake roof on the garage, and those insurance companies do not like that at all. They like the metal roof for sure. That's a good spread. Oh yeah, you do have the creek going right in front of the property. Yeah, this one's gonna go. Kathy Nicholson with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, asking price 815,000 is the home in Deep Valley. No, I mean Shadow Mountain Road. That's all paved, and um, like it's like the main corridor to get back into that area. So they do hit it, but any road up here, because we don't have the humidity, we don't really get black ice. But if there's a spot, you can go from dry road where the sun hit it to ice really quick. It could be your creek. Yeah, I wouldn't wait either. Kevin is love of this house. Showed it to me earlier this week. Hi, Teresa. Um, here's the great thing about that house. It is for sale. And luckily, you have an awesome realtor friend if you guys have more questions on it. Um, but yeah, I share your excitement on that one, Kevin. I think that's a sweet spot. Unique. 7055 Woodchuck Way. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,797 square footer, sitting on 1.4 acres, built in 1998. Shadow Mountain neighborhood again. Um, Not really though. This is kind of a different part of Shadow Mountain. Um, I don't know. This is not Shadow Mountain neighborhood. More almost Forest Estates. This is Forest Estates, but Brook Forest Estates. I think what this might be called over here. Anyways, um, not too far. You'd be taking Blue Creek probably to get over to Conifer. Blue Creek here. Get over to Aspen Park. Going around Shadow Mountain or Black Mountain to Shadow Mountain is kind of a long way. Or you just cut up Brook Forest Road and you pop out right by Evergreen Lake. Kind of tuck up in there. Nice south facing, so you get plenty of sunshine. Flooring looks like it could use some updating, but nice big open space. That was a huge floor plan right there. Wide open spaces. Anybody else have a bad habit like me with the Zins? I'm not drinking this year, so I had to have something. Don't trust somebody without a little bit of a vice. Mine is right now. It's the Zins. I do the threes. I have a guy on my team that he gets nines, and I think that is chaos. I don't know how I would be spinning if I did a niner. All right, it's a fun tub. I really don't. I think I like the idea of it, but functionally, it seems very cold to me. Deck looks good. Okay. Oh, that's name that movie. That is the name of the movie is Two Guys. It is Jane Silent Bob is not it in my head. That is Billy the Kid, right? Something the Kid. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's what that is. Nailed it. Cool. Yeah. This area, nice views, south facing, so you get plenty of sunshine. And then in the winter, the sun is low over here, so it'll be beaten in the house. It'll heat you up real nice. Sometimes you'll be like, "Hey, son, a little too aggressive." So I recommend blinds, but yeah, good spot. Cool. Kevin Friedhoff, his second new listing of the week. Kevin Friedhoff is with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Asking price 895,000. 425 Patty Drive over in Upper Bear Creek neighborhood of Evergreen. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2,556 square feet, sitting on 2.5 acres, built in 1990. Let's see, where are we? Well, we know Upper Bear Creek, but how far back? At the back end. So, back end of Upper Bear Creek, this is one of the ones where you are likely jumping on Greystone to get out the stagecoach to hit Evergreen Parkway. You could take Upper Bear Creek, but it's kind of slower, windier 25 to 35 miles per hour, but beautiful homes over in there. Choose your adventure. Look at that acreage. That could be your acreage. Man, people are shopping this weekend. My Zillow app. I don't know if you guys, I told you guys, but my team is a Zillow Premier team. So when you're looking at properties here in the mountains and you click contact agent or see the home, it is raining again. I can't remember it's rained for like a week straight. It's like ferngully out here right now. That's it. We only got 8 photos. But I was saying is if you go to Zillow, let's go to Zillow together. You go to Zillow and you go to Evergreen and you click request a tour contact agent. Very good likelihood my team's phone's going to ring. But don't do that because there's a chance that it's not going to go to my team. So you guys, you have the direct access to me. Hit me up on the Celly, email me, or you go to my favorite part in the website, the contact us page, and let us know. We'll help you start your adventure. This one is being brought to you by Adrian O'Leary. That's an interesting Irish name. Adrian O'Leary. I don't think I've met Irish people with the name Adrian before. Asking price is 950,000. Adrian is with Residence Realty. It is pouring outside. It is crazy how much rain we've gotten. 1044 Alps Hill Road, dark and moody with all the solar. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 2,300 square feet, 1.84 acres, built in 2021. So she's new. What I like about houses that have been lived in for a few years to a newer construction that's been lived in is ideally all the kinks have been worked out from the builder. So it's like if you get a new build, there's always something you have to go, tag all the spots they missed with the painter's tape and then have them come back out and fix things. So ideally a house 4 years old, all that's been done. Giant solar panels. Look at that view. Looks like Mount Blue Sky. Gorgeous. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, okay. I've never been back. I mean, I've taken Virginia Canyon Road. If you take, so Idaho Springs here, this is where they have the mighty gondola. The Argo mine is putting a gondola. The gondola is going from right about here. Actually, is this updated? Can you see these lines already? Well, the gondola is basically coming up this path here to this area here, and you can see you could vaguely see all the bike, it's a bike park that they have over here. So this is Virginia Canyon, Oh My God Road, Two Brothers Road, and this house is right off of it. I haven't really been back in here. Super interesting. Cool. Check it out. Look at that view. Uh yeah, the aspen trees don't look as beautiful in the winter, but lovely spot. You will get, oh my goodness. Yeah, it looks like a lot of new construction up in here. Moose, you got moose back in there? Lovely views. If What was his name? Anthony Bourdain. Um, is this off grid? Probably. I mean, technically, you, I guess, are off grid, but a lot of times with the solar, they still require you to tap in to the grid. So I wouldn't say it's totally off grid, but essentially, because you're on well, septic, and you got your own solar. So yeah, if the power cut off, you should be good to go. Of the 14 homes developed, designed, and constructed by Virtuous Properties on Alps Hill, this one is special. Um, let's see. I'm gonna search for off grid. Green energy is off grid. There you go. So yeah, Ryan, sick. Asking price by Carl Shembri of Virtuous Properties is asking 1,049,000. One point looks sick. Looks awesome. 263 Dory Lakes Drive. This is over in Blackhawk area, right off of 119. Thank you so much. 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 3,923 square feet. That's pretty big for Blackhawk area. Sitting on 1.6 acres. Look at this charmer. So Dory Lakes is a cute little community. The cute little community. Oh, and you have super easy access to 119. So you're going to hear 119, but that is a main corridor to Nederland and to Blackhawk. So easy to get right back out to it there. Cool. I like the rustic charm. Hold on, I'm going to shut the door. It is cold. Double oven. Looks great. Got all that privacy. House looks solid. Nice snake foot tub there. 5-piece primary ensuite with a steam shower. Look at all those nozzles there. This house is well equipped. Closet looking like Nordstrom. These chairs always get me going. Just get a roller ball and do some MFR, myofascial release. Yeah, this house is looking great though. The chair is sweet. It's cool. Looks small. Looks very small, but that is cool. Outdoor area dialed in. Need a TV right there. Watch the game or watch the UFC fights. Love it. Huge garage. This house is sweet. And a studio for your guests. 263 Dory Lakes Drive. Getting it done. We are heading into the rut season 2. Don't mess with those big boys. They're all geared up and ready to ready to ready to get it on. Tracy Muller with Compass has this awesome listing. Open house today during the Ohio State game, 10 to 2. Terrible timing. Asking price is 1,050,000. I love a list of like 25 to 30 homes. Once we get 50 homes, it's so much talking for me. 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 4,500 square feet. That's what you'll find for 48 Allen Circle. It is Sitting on 3.2 acres, built in 1983 over in the Pine area. So just behind Crossroads, about behind Pine Junction here, at the end of it there. So tons of privacy. Nobody behind you there. Oh, I see that picture. I think cigars and whiskey. Gorgeous horse. So yeah, you get a little you want a horse around here. This looks like all your land right here. Good usable acreage, beautiful mountain views. You can see here, like they have the livestock and agriculture well, because you see that green space right above my head there. That means they can use their well for outdoor use. Cool. I kind of like these dark, moody photos here. The ceiling is distracting. It might be just be more like visible from the photos. I don't know. It's kind of distracting. Nice living space. Cool party shower. You get to a place to sit down if you've been maybe had too much wine the night before. Rethink what you're gonna do with your life. All right. Some things are dated, but overall, house looks solid. Looks super well maintained. Nice, and make it your own up top. Straight out of Cosmopolitan. Yeah, looking great. Look at those views too. Love it. Being brought to you by Jen Munsterman of Real. Asking price is 1,099,000. 7829 Peace Chance Trail. If you're hoping for peace in your life, you'll definitely find it over here at Peace Chance Trail, or at least you'll improve your odds. You'll have a good chance of peace here. At this 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 3,732 square footer, sitting on 2 acres, built in 1971. This looks like Evergreen Meadows area. Yep, Evergreen Meadows, nailed it, just past Marshdale here. So easier access to Aspen Park here, or quick access back out to Evergreen Lake. So nice in between spot. Cool, nice and quiet over in here. You'll have all the elk coming through, just nibbling. Big open floor plan. It's light, it's bright, it's available for sale. Look at all that flat usable land. Looking great. This fireplace needs a little bit something more. I don't know what it needs. Need to get our interior designer, Brooke Arciniega, in there. Double oven. It's funny. I thought when I first would start doing this video that more people would be on as the homes get higher in price, but I typically see viewers start to drop off after we go past 800,000. I'm guessing that's the budget for a lot of people here. I like to gawk at the expensive ones that I can't afford yet. Cool. Looks good. Being brought to you by Linda Ireland of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Open house 12 to 2. Asking price 1,175,000. Excuse me. Let me wet my whistle here. My cup is dripping. If you guys haven't yet, I appreciate you. I love doing these videos. This really isn't the best use of my time, honestly. One, I like to look at the homes, but I'm doing this one for you guys. I love waking up early, getting on, jumping on with you guys, looking at these homes, but not a ton of views on here. So if you could help me out, give the video a thumbs up. It helps to get seen by more people. We are going over to 21446 Indian Springs Road. This is a 5 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 3,914 square footer, sitting on 9.66 acres, built in 1991. Indian Springs Road. So we are back off of Pleasant Park Road, and then back in Ullman. So these are both school bus routes, which is nice. These will both get hit first in the morning. Nice drive on Pleasant Park Road, passing a bunch of equestrian properties to take you back out to Aspen Park is right there. About 15 minutes from about 15 minutes back out to 285 from here. So not too far. Nice setup. You do have a little bit of a hike to bring the groceries in. Ooh, I like the tongue and groove and the beams. That's a good deck. 3-car garage, nice entryway. House looks solid as hell. Big kitchen, huge kitchen. Rolls right out to your patio. Nice setup. Own private deck off the primary here. 5-piece ensuite. Double boob light. Nice. Some things are dated, but it looks like a great solid house. Cool. I dig it. Being brought to you by Jessica Northrup of Compass. Asking price is 1.2 million. 22141 Chippewa Lane. Next, 4 bedroom, 4.5 bathroom, 4,646 square feet, sitting on 0.38 acres, built in 1995, over in Golden. It must be like Lookout Mountain area. No. So this is Genesee, right close, right by Mount Vernon. So you will hear the traffic, but if you commute downtown, this is easy, super easy access. You're right by I-70 there. Looks like you're looking over at Mother Cabrini Shrine across the highway there. Big primary. Love that paint color. Cool. I don't like the drop panel ceiling, but that's okay. Double oven in the wall. It's giving 90s vibes, but everything looks like it's in great shape. You do look like you have a neighbor pretty close there that bothers you. Yeah, there's the Mother Cabrini Shrine right across the way there. Yeah, so you do have a neighbor fairly close, but nobody on this side. Cool. There you have it. 22141 Chippewa Lane, being brought to you by Patty McCollum of Real Estate Corridor. Asking price 1.35 million. We got two to go here. 100 Halter Way over in Evergreen. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 6,907 square feet, sitting on 3.06 acres. This house was just built in 2008. Floyd Hill neighborhood. So you can see a little mining activity here. This at the top, that is the um, Central City Parkway. There's I-70, just wrapping it right around there. You're far enough away that you're not going to hear the noise, but you are in Floyd Hill here, which is Clear Creek County. Technically, it's called Evergreen, but Clear Creek County, so slightly better taxes and amazing views. All equipped with the solar. That's sweet. That is pretty freaking sweet. Roof looks amazing. Yeah, hell yeah. Really high. It looks like 20-foot ceilings there. Wow. That's a fancy looking kitchen. Double oven. Damn, damn, Daniel. Well done. Look at that view. I could wake up to that. Yeah, that is sweet. Nice 5-piece primary ensuite. Dialed in house. This house is amazing with the views. Bar downstairs. Decks on decks. Theater room. Sauna. Workout room. Hell yeah. Looking great. That's a sweet house. Being brought to you by Jessica Northrup again. Second listing of the week. Nice ones too. She's with Compass. Asking prices $2,499,900. And lastly, but not leastly, because it is the most expensively, we're going over to 497 Meadow Vista Drive in Evergreen. Soda Creek neighborhood, awesome neighborhood. Very easy access to the highway, Evergreen Parkway, all the things. 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 7,149 square feet, sitting on 5.7 acres. House built in 1979 with a great horse pasture there. So this is cool. So easy access. You could jump right on 65 here, connects you right over to um, Evergreen Parkway. If you're driving this at 5:45 in the morning, you're going to see me on my way to go get choked out at jujitsu. But they have it's a nice spot. They have access to a little pond over here in this neighborhood. You get some equestrian properties with the larger acreage, and then Bergen Park and all kinds of things are right here. You're right in the heart of Evergreen. Grocery store here. A lot of the hiking and stuff like that over easy hiking. And then you have Buchanan Park over here. This is where they have a lot of the festivals and things like that. So sweet spot. Cool. Real nice. Big open floor plan. I like how they it looks like hand planed floorboards there. 6,600 square feet is huge. All the elk over here too. Huge kitchen. I love that floors. Wow. Giant primary. Cool. Looks great. I mean, once you get over 4,000 square feet. Sometimes the floor plan is hard to get. So if you want to see this, you hit up your boy Sean Murphy. We'll go through, get a private showing of this one here. Cool. Looking great. That is 497 Mount Meadow Vista Drive, being brought to you by Kelly Anderson of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Asking price is 2,750,000, which that is the top of the list, top of the heap this week. Love you guys. Thank you for jumping on with me. Just a reminder, this is what I do. I help people find their level of mountain living. So if you're ready to get started in that journey, you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, scroll by fence, whichever works best for you. I'm here to help, happy to help. It's how I make my moolah. So I appreciate you guys reaching out. You can hit me up these two ways here, or you can always go to my oh, wrong button, wrong button again. Go to my website, moxiepropertygroup.com, and look at all these properties in all their glory. Hit the contact us, fill out the form, and we will be in contact with you. That's it. Go Buckeyes. Have a great weekend. Hope you guys enjoy as we take the turn here into fall. And I will see you guys next week, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, walking through all the latest, greatest, hottest, sexiest mountain homes to be hitting the Foothills market. Have a good one.